Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, guys, it's your girl, Sunny D. It is, welcome to tonight's show. My brain has just, left literally while I was talking. But welcome to tonight's show. It is August 1st, 2019. We in August, y'all. I hope y'all started school shopping, because I know I did. Willie, want to say hi?
What the heck? It's time for school shopping already?
School starting in September.
Yeah. Crazy. What up, though? It's your boy, Willie Styles, back in the building. Welcome to the show. Can't believe it's August already.
Right. We got one more day. This week is about to be over.
Right.
I think I had the longest week, and I'm over it. And I have wine that I had to go pour me a glass. Clint will be joining us shortly, but I believe we just got him online. Hold on, guys. I spoke him up. Clint?
Yes, I'm here.
Are you with us? What up, though?
Sorry for my tardiness.
No worry. And guess what? I got the What Up, Though t-shirt on.
That's what's up.
So I'm brand new tonight. And go to teespring.com if y'all want one. Go to teespring.com/stores/GFT Radio. Cop that merchandise. We got our logo shirts. We got our little saying shirts. We got mugs. Get it together. We're going to add more stuff. I know I've been slacking. I've been hella busy trying to get the new home together, but I plan on this weekend trying to put some time aside to do some more shirts. So.
Oh, that's what's
up. Dope. I know I got to get me some more merch. I mean,
yeah.
I love the merch. I always wear it everywhere. Your daughter be
at this
what?
point, she should just say, "Mom, get me a shirt."
Oh, she be wearing all your shirts.
Yeah, today she walked out with
her wardrobe.
Huh?
Just go ahead and pack out her wardrobe, get her hooked up.
Yeah.
Right. She today she had on the all skin folk and kinfolk shirt. So.
Okay.
She just keep I've been looking for my shirts, and then I got to go up in her room are they up here? So,
Right.
that's what I have to do. So I'm gonna have to get her. She can keep those. I'm gonna get me some shirts. So that's what I have to do, because I don't got time for her and her shenanigans. But if you're listening right now, you're on blogtalkradio.com/GFT Radio Show. If you want to call in, 657-383-1155. We got a great topic for y'all tonight. I believe Clint came up with this one, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I suggested it. We all came to the agreement. I don't like to say I came up with something. It's teamwork.
He came up with the whole thing. He put the whole thing together. He kept us online for the week and made sure we were straight. Without Clint, there'd be no us.
Yeah, not at all. But I was on Twitter. I be on Twitter a lot lately, and they always post articles, and I've seen quite a few articles, and they was talking about how Instagram we're going to remove the likes that people can see on a post. In some countries, and I think in Australia and Canada, they already going through their trial run to where you can't see how many likes a post get on IG. And the reasoning behind it was, people, they don't want people comparing themselves to having self-esteem issues and stuff like that, because, people get caught up in the likes, and at first, when I first seen it and when I seen it on Twitter and I wrote about it, and my first thought that came to my mind was like, man, this generation, I was a little harsh. I was like, this generation weak to where y'all letting IG likes affect y'all self-esteem and confidence. You know what I mean? To me, and I got to be honest, to me it's still not that deep, but I definitely understand where, I definitely can understand. You feel me? But, I was speaking from my personal perspective when I first read, man, that's because I apply it to real life anyway. I'm not about to let the thoughts of somebody else who I do not know affect how I feel about me. You feel me? Nor am I a hater. You feel me? Because, you know, we use that term hater. A lot of that stuff comes from self-esteem issues. We have issues with ourselves. So when we see somebody that embodies what we want to be and we can't be that, and I say we, I'm just using it as a general term, you feel me? When we can't be that, you feel me? That's when envy set in. You feel me? Jealousy. You feel me? So I understand what they're, and you know, envy and jealousy, that's just, you know, lack of self-esteem, lack of self-worth that you see in yourself. And it's like, all right, for me in real life, dealing with real people like I don't feel that way. I like to see people win. You feel me? See more people successful motivates me. You know what I mean? Especially those that's close to me. When I see them on their grind, being like, Sonny just bought a house, that motivates me. You feel me? To now, you know, I want to own houses. You know, I always, you know, I'm not mad at Sonny for progressing in her life. Like, to me, that's weak. So when I see that, when people do that on social media, I'm like, well, and it's not really the likes to me. That's something. Even if social media wasn't there, they would still be that way. You feel me? They would still be that way because that's something internal.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, I just wanted to. I was reading something, and it made sense. It's from the Epoch Times, and it's a researchers from Harvard University, and here's the quote. It says platforms like Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram leverage the very same neural circuitry used by slot machines and cocaine to keep us using their products as much as possible. And doctors have started to express concerns. It has taken the medical establishment a long time to recognize non-substance addiction, including relentless and uncontrollable use of digital media as an addiction. You feel me? And I think that's the problem. You feel me? For me. Not those, like, we've become too addicted to this social media, and I have been a victim of that. That's why now and before I used to take a couple months at least and just no social media. You feel me? Not because it's affecting how I view myself. It's just that it can be an addictive habit, and it takes time away from stuff that you actually can be doing that's really productive in real life. You know what I mean? But I just wanted that's how I came up with the topic, and you feel me? I just wanted to see what y'all thought about it.
Yeah, I mean, I when you said when you made the point about people would still do, you know, have certain behaviors and do certain things regardless of social media. You know, one thing I always recognized was that, you know, people do have a tendency to chase after somebody else's status, somebody else's dream, somebody else's accomplishments, and not in a good way sometimes. You know what I mean? Like you said, inspiration is one thing, but one thing I noticed in the past is that some people, you know, have a tendency to either chase after somebody else's situation, trying to keep up with the Joneses, you know, keep up with the Kardashians or whatever the case may be, and then, like you said, there's also the situation where the crab in the barrel situation where people will pull you down or try to squash your dreams or try to hate on what you got and all that kind of stuff. And that's all those things have been around way before social media were around. I mean, I even had to try to change my own kind of, I want to say thought process. Maybe not thought process, is probably not the right phrase for it, but like, you know, I don't know if you've ever noticed a person you may be talking to and you'll tell them something about maybe something you're doing or something you're involved in or something you did during the day, and they'll want to interject and tell you about when that happened to them or how they were doing something similar or something bigger. You know what I mean? You know, the Me Too, this was the original Me Too movement, you know, where people would be, you know, they have to shine too while you trying to shine, they got to shine too, you know, and not in a positive reinforcement kind of way, more of a competition, you know. So, you know, I definitely agree that there's people who have been doing this way before social media, but like you said, I think the social media aspect of it compounds the problem, compounds the issue of perception versus reality in terms of what you think you want versus what you really need. And, you know, like we were discussing offline about this, is that, you know, there's people out here who they seek, or they, you know, feed on the need to be like, you know, stars, or be like, you know, popular people that they see on social media, feeling like they need to be like them in order to get, you know, the praise or the love that they want to get out of life, and not realizing that sometimes these certain people that they're chasing, whose dreams that they're chasing, are may not even be that great at what they're claiming they're doing, or they may not have the looks that they claim that they have. I mean, I just saw this news report about a lady who was very popular. I don't know what she does on Instagram or whatever, but she had a popular, you know, channel in China and all this other kind of stuff, millions and millions of followers. And person was interviewing her, and somehow the filter on her camera glitched out while she was doing the video, the live video, and it revealed that she wasn't as young as she claimed she was, that she was using some kind of filter on all her videos to make her look younger. And turned out she was a middle-aged woman and didn't look as glamorous as everybody thought she did. And they said that people immediately started unfollowing her, and, you know, that kind of thing. And I think that told two stories. It told the story of a woman or a person who couldn't find satisfaction in themselves. They couldn't find love for themselves, regardless of what other people think. Like you said, Clint, you know, people are doing it for likes, but they're also doing it for the satisfaction of others. But then you also see people who can't separate reality from, or, you know, fantasy from reality. You know, for them to unfollow her just to, you know, because they find out that, you know, she's not as pretty as they thought she was, or she's not as young as they thought she was. They don't respect her because, I mean, regardless of, you know, she was, you know, deceiving them, but, you know what I mean? You know, that may not have been, and I don't believe that was her claim to fame, was that she was young. It's just that she was popular, you know, and people lost their preference for her because they found out she wasn't as young and as beautiful or glamorous as they thought she was. And that shows the problem with their psyche and their mindset, to think that, you know, that this person has to fit this look or fit this image at all times, you know what I mean? So I think it definitely speaks to an issue that people have in their mind.
True indeed.
Yeah, I know for, it's crazy because I know, like, a lot of my friends, being a female, you know, we care about, I made a joke yesterday, a couple days ago. Me and my coworker were wearing, like, similar outfits, and we took a picture. We took, like, 7 different pictures before we picked the first two, the two that we were going to put on social media, but we were so concerned of how we looked. You know, we laughed at it after the fact. But you kind of, those types of things, it's funny how it bothers us. Like, you have to have the perfect picture up there because we don't want to look a certain way, and it's this and this. And I always laugh because, like, I actually had a conversation with somebody today about social media, and I said most of my profile pictures, I try to make sure that it's myself unfiltered because I want people to see the real me. I even have pictures where I don't look my best on social media because I don't want people to think that, oh, you know, when you get these filters and stuff like that, you're presenting a made-up look of how you will look in certain lighting and all this different things, or certain types of things that if you always use filters, you kind of lose yourself because whoever's potentially looking at you, whether it's dating or whatever the case may be, is not seeing the real you. So I think a lot of people lose their authentic selves because they're so worried about how people perceive them. So,
true indeed.
Like, I try to be mindful with my social media to put the good, the bad, and the indifferent. Because I want you to see all there is about me. not necessarily my whole personal life, but just see me in different types of elements. I think people, and like guys always say, these women use filters. Guys use filters too, but I just feel like it's not necessarily false advertising, but you should be confident in yourself or have some type of a level of self-esteem that you're comfortable within your own skin to present yourself to a social media unapologetically, falls and all. And it's a lot of people that have not grasped that concept, because like I can go out with friends and take mad pictures of us, and out of all the pictures, I took 30 pictures, only one of them will get on social media because everybody will find a flaw within themselves that they don't want to be seen.
Mm-hmm. That's why
I think that kind of attacks our self-esteem without us realizing it.
It does. It does. It does. That's why I always live. That's why I try to tell people, apply what you would do in regular life to social media. You know, I've said on this platform many a times, and other platforms, first impressions mean nothing to me. You know how some people say first impressions are everything. We had that discussion on here before, and I'm like, yeah, I guess if y'all want to apply for a job or something, y'all want to give off y'all best, you know what I mean? But if I'm the dude doing an interview, that first impression, you know what I mean? I'm looking past that. You feel me? Because I already know you're just trying to put your best foot forward, and I apply that. You know what I mean? I know that's not you consistently. You feel me? I know that's not you consistently. So on social media, I apply that same you know what I mean, process. Of course, and like you said, Sonny, you're 100% right. That's why I say it's not a male or a female thing, because males do the same exact thing. We want to put the right picture up there. You feel me? Because it may be somebody that we're attracted to, that we want them to see the best version of ourselves. You feel me? We ain't gonna say it, but we just gonna put it out there. You feel me? And hopefully she see it, even if she don't like the picture, but she see it. We know she see it. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? Men do that too. See, and I want to. It's a flip side to this, and this is what used to irk me, and still irks me to the death about social media. You feel me? Because you always hear people be like, people will say that, like what you said, like what we're saying. Oh, that's not how they live on the regular. You feel me? People stunting for the gram, this, that, and the third. And I be saying to myself, like, hold on. Why, you feel me, if a person want to post a happy moment out the day, that person's day could have been shitty. It could have been the worst day of their lives. But within the worst day of their life, they've had a moment that made them smile, that made them feel good. You feel me? And they wanted to share that. Why are you mad? Why do you, I know they don't live like that, or that ain't real. They just front. Like, who said they fronting?
Yeah.
You put that on them. They didn't say they was fronting. You feel? Because I have had that happen to me plenty of times.
I had that happen to me recently. When I purchased my house, I had that happen. I purchased my house, and, I put the little post up, like the little highlight post.
Mm-hmm.
And, my accomplishment, I was very happy, and I would want to shout out people that helped me, stuff like that, whatever. And then somebody was like, "Oh, why you posting keys? Like, you trying to brag?" I'm not trying to brag. I'm proud of what I did.
Mm-hmm.
And in the same token, in my post, I was sharing information about, if you want to do this, contact these people. That's who helped me. And it was like in that happy moment, somebody chose to say, "Oh, I was bragging," and I wasn't. I was celebrating a stepping stone in my life. And I'm sorry it bothered you. Congratulations.
Exactly.
Would have been easy to say, but you had to go in the negative.
Or just scroll past if it bothers you that much.
Exactly.
Simply swipe up of the thumb.
People always posting keys. You don't know if they're apartment keys or really house keys. They probably lying. And it's like, okay, nobody got time for that.
Exactly.
Like you can't let people just be happy.
Mhm. And I remember I sent y'all the video. You sent the video in the group chat from the dude Gary V, and he was talking about, and he made perfect sense. And he was about people cultivate an audience, But in order to keep that audience, you feel me, they'll stray from their art or their business or whatever, and just post things just to get the likes. You feel me? He was mainly talking about everybody posting booty pics and all that type stuff. And, you know, I've seen his point, because I do want a lot of women out there to know, and the fellas, you know, you want to show your workout, you want to show your six-pack, whatever, like, and you want to get them likes. Just know, you know what I mean, just like I said, just like in real life, that's vanity. That's not real love. You feel me? That's not real love. It's not sustainable. You feel me? And then, like, a lot of us dudes, you feel me, like, me and my friends talk all the time. Like, we'll follow a page where a woman should be posting all these sexy pics. You feel me? We'll like them. Then after a while, we're going to unfollow her and follow somebody else, because, you feel me, all right, we done seen enough of her. She post, you know what I mean? Like, it's not real love. To, you know, right. It's just like, you feel me? It's just like, and literally today, literally an hour ago, you know, I was at the store, you feel me, and there was this girl in there, you feel me, super, super small shirt, butt cheeks hanging out. Now, she had a body, whatever, you know what I mean? But, and there was other dudes in the store. And, you know, men, heterosexual men who love looking at women, what you think? We're going to look, right? Everybody's going to look. They's going to be like, damn. At the same time, other dudes have the conversation, and they was talking about how, you know, dudes at work, he was at work all day, and, you know, he's like, how was the weather? Because it feels beautiful outside now. And, you know, since she was dressed like how she was dressed, she figured, you know, he was in reference to her trying to be slick or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? And, you know, they got into some type of back and forth. He's like, shorty, I'm not even talking to you. You feel me? Like, okay, you got all that, but, like, that don't mean nothing. You like, that don't mean nothing to us. You feel me? We going to look. Yeah, we going to look. But, like, at the end of the day, you feel me? That's all it is. You feel me? Like, we just looking at you. Don't let it go to your head. You feel me? Don't let all the likes, don't let all the, you feel me? And it's the same way on social media. You feel me? Don't let that shit go to your head. Don't let it go to your head. That, you know what I mean? All the likes and all the, because whatever you do, even with my poetry, even this, remember, Sonny, when I first started my blog, what you told me?
Yeah.
About support? She said, the first thing Sonny told me, she was like, don't expect your friends to support you. You're going to get way more love from people you don't know.
No, exactly. Strangers, right.
You feel me? Don't expect that immediately. Yup. Exactly how we met. She told me that immediately. You feel me? And I told my friends, we was in the park, we was chilling, I told them, I'm like, fellas, like, listen, how many times I ask y'all, like, I'll bring up a topic, we having a conversation, I'll bring up a topic that we was talking about, and we'll discuss it. But I told them, I was like, how do I come to y'all and I ask y'all to listen to my show? I said, flat out, fellas, I don't care if y'all don't listen to my show. Because maybe my show not for y'all. You feel me? Now, of course, I've had friends call in the show. We had friends do the show. I had my friends do fellas show with me. But some of my other friends have never, that are just as close, you feel me, that will do something to somebody for me, won't even think about listening to my podcast. I'm not going to hold that against him, because that's not him. You feel me? Like, that's not, I don't hold that, and it's not going to affect how I feel. Oh, I'm not worthy enough for you to listen. Like, no, all right, that's not you. You feel me? I'm going to cultivate the audience I have for that particular thing. You know what I mean?
I mean, too, the thing is, like, you, like, I feel the same way, you know, in terms of, you know, I know I got plenty of friends. I mean, I got friends, coworkers, family members, you know, all kinds of people that would be like, oh, yeah, you know, I saw your latest post. That was like a good show. You know, I'm going to listen in, you know. And then I might check in with them occasionally and be like, oh, you know, especially if it's a new person that just recently say, oh, I just noticed your post. I'm like, oh, okay, did you get a chance to listen? And usually they say no, you know. But we still get numbers. We still got people listening.
Yeah.
So I'm not, I don't feel any worse, any bad, because they didn't listen. It's just like, okay, that's fine. Like you said, Clint, either it's not for them or maybe it's just not the right time for them. And, I explained to them like, hey, show's always available 24/7, no big deal. But, like you said, it don't stop me from wanting to do the show. It don't stop me from wanting to, have these conversations. And I forgot who I was telling about the show, because there was somebody that does a podcast as well. But we were discussing the kind of like the reasoning for doing it, and they were saying how they do it to kind of connect with people in a different way from what they do in their business or in their and other things that they do either on social media or in the workplace. And, and I was like, well, I was like, I mainly do the show as, where it started off as an extension of the blog. It's like, okay, I was blogging and I was doing all these discussions or all these topics. I was doing all these different, or having all these different conversations on social media or with my friends or with my family members. And I felt like this was a great outlet, especially being able to discuss these things with other people who either share or have contrasting opinions on the subject. So, being able to do this show is not really even about the listeners. I mean, I appreciate all y'all listeners. Keep listening. Tell your friends about us. But it's also about the therapy of it for me, and because I always know that I'm going to either learn something or I'm going to realize something or something's going to be revealed to me through the show. I mean, even talking about this, we were talking about how the self-esteem aspect of it. And I feel like I'm a strong person, but it also made me realize I have to protect my kids. And I didn't really, I mean, I've told my kids about this in the past, but, it made me realize, like, there's still conversations that need to be had, So now, having these conversations with you guys is going to help me be able to go to my kids and be able to say, you know what, let's discuss how you feel about this and what makes you want to be on social media and do that, or who are you following in social media, that kind of thing. Because I've never really discussed that part with them, and it makes me go, you know what, this is something that would be important to discuss with them, and if it's not my kids, it may be a friend or a family member who may be having, who has, pronounced social or economic self-esteem issues, either brought on by social media or exacerbated by it. So I think it'll be something that'll stand out more for me, and I'll be able to speak to it. I always pride myself on being a good listener, but also people usually come to me and ask me for my opinion on things. And, I think a lot of times this helps me kind of voice those opinions. And like you said, Clint, sometimes I'll hit them with the link, like, oh, you should listen to this, or you should, I'll be like, we discussed this around the second half hour mark, listen to this, it might be helpful to you, that kind of thing. So I think a lot of times it's more of that for me versus just trying to get likes or just trying to get listeners. I'm not trying to get rich off of a podcast, but I want to be able to present information that I feel like will be helpful to the next person or to my family or to my friends or to my kids, exactly. Make that, have that conversation that they may not be having, or give them different viewpoints to look at, that we may not be able to discuss because we just don't have that, maybe we're not having that conversation, or maybe they don't know how to approach somebody about it. Now they can listen to this and be like, you know what, this is helpful, that kind of thing.
So exactly. And to piggyback off your point about, I had a situation about having a conversation with kids. I had this same conversation last weekend with my daughter. She was, like I said, if you have the issue in real life, you're going to have the issue on social media, okay? Mm-hmm. So one thing my daughter does is she like to watch YouTube videos. Remember we talk about kids like to watch YouTube videos of other kids playing. Like, that shit weird now. Like, yeah, exactly. You feel me? So, she's outside with her. Yeah. So she was outside with her friends. You know, I let her go outside, you know, play with her friends down the street, you know. And I guess one of her favorite friends, she called her cousin, was one of my boys, one of my closest friends, his daughter. You know, I call her my niece. You feel me? She was having a sleepover, but she wasn't having it at my boy house. She was having it at her mom's house. You know, now I know her mom, but her mom got a boyfriend. I don't know him, so you're not going. You feel me? Like, you're not going over there. You feel me? So immediately, you know, she felt some type of way. You know, my daughter felt some type of way. She was like, you know, everybody get to do stuff, and I can't. You feel me? And she got sad. And I'm looking, I'm like, wow. You feel me? I ain't even care that she was mad that she didn't get to go to the sleepover. It's what she said because, you know, something must have been in her already to where she said everybody else get to do things and I can't do nothing. You feel me? Everybody do more stuff than me. So I said, hold on, calm down. Like, what you mean everybody do more stuff than you? I was like, didn't just the other day, you feel me, when I let you take your scooter and bike, didn't all the kids come and ask you to ride your scooter, you feel me, and want to ride your bike? I was like, why you think that is? Do you see them out there riding scooters or bikes? Maybe they don't got none. You feel me? So how you think they feel? You feel me? And I said, you say you don't go nowhere. I said, look at all the places you done been this summer. You feel me? And this was right after we went to Sky Zone. This is I just took you to Sky Zone to do all this. I said, how many of your friends you think went to Sky Zone? How many of them girls, you know, some of them probably never been there. You feel me? You've been to the beach, multiple. You done traveled out of state. You feel me? You done did all this type of stuff. You feel me? Your mom had you in a whole, you know what I mean? Y'all was lamped up in some nice little thing out of what they call them? Timeshare. Nice little timeshare out of state. You know what I mean? Like you complaining, but you're not understanding what they're going through or what they're doing. You feel me? Stop comparing yourself to them. You feel me? And then how I correlate it to the videos, to the YouTube. And when me and her got a whole bunch of videos. Like I could upload all types of videos on YouTube of just me and her doing things. You know, I know Willie just seen her. I posted on Snapchat her doing my hair. She like to do hair.
Right.
You know, she was playing in my, you know what I mean? I got a whole bunch of videos doing that to where she talking to the camera and everything. You know what I mean? But I said, baby, you see how after we do that, we still got real life, regular stuff we got to deal with? You know what I mean? Real issues.
Yep.
I said, you think those people don't have that? I said, okay, maybe they got a whole bunch of million followers. That's cool. This is what they do. This is how they make their money. This is how they make their living. But don't ever think they don't have real issues.
Right.
You feel me? Don't compare. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know.
They still got life to live.
Exactly.
They got work to go through.
Exactly. Like, so don't ever compare yourself to nobody. You feel me? Negatively or positively. Like, if you like what they do, or you can support it, but don't ever think they're above you, and don't ever think you're above them.
Or they're getting something more out of life than you are. That's what that was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. You hit it right there on the nose. You know what I mean? They're not getting no more out of life than you are. You feel me? In some aspects, you may be lacking. They may be ahead of you at this point. But in other aspects, you may be ahead of them, and they may be lacking. You know, that's life. You feel me?
Right.
Nobody has it all the way together. You know what I mean? Nobody has it all the way together. I don't care who they are, how much money they got, how successful they are. You feel me? How much you admire them, trust and believe. They don't have it all together. And it's not a bad thing. You feel me? It's not a negative thing. You feel me? This is life. This is
I tell people all the time.
This is our human existence.
Like different things. Like, I know people, when I talk about my son's autism, and people are like, you know, talking about different things. And I said, listen, my days aren't peaches and cream. Some days are hard. Some days I just do it. I basically just do what I have to do because I can't really I can bitch and complain, but that's not going to help me. I got to do what I got to do. So some days I do just want to quit. I just don't want to deal. I don't want to deal with, like, he may have a very bad day that day, and I may not be able to function for that day, but just because I'm posting about different things because that's what I'm going through, but it's not always roses and sunshine. It's not easy.
Right.
Like, life for people isn't easy. You never know what somebody's going through. Like Clint said, you don't know that person had a bad day, that they just had a happy moment for that particular moment. You don't know what people deal with on a day-to-day basis. So regardless if you think that they're winning, they may be, like, this is where depression and shit sets in, because people think that people living the best life and people be really depressed.
Right, yeah, that's true. That's true.
And going through shit.
Mm-hmm.
And just trying to stay
Yeah,
afloat. You can never compare yourself to anybody.
Yeah, I mean, it can creep up on anybody. I noticed that one time where a buddy of mine, he was posting different things about, stuff he was doing with his kids and places they were going, things that they were doing. And I was like, man, y'all doing this, y'all doing that. That's dope. I was inspired more than anything, but I was thinking like, man, am I missing out on doing certain things with the kids? Because, I was working a lot too at that time. So I was feeling bad, that I wasn't being able to spend a lot of time with my kids. And, when I ended up talking to him it was about something else we was talking about, but it came up, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, I saw y'all did this. I was like, man, I wish I could have did that with my kids. But I had to work all weekend. And he was like, he's like, a lot of stuff we've been doing is just because, I had this come up or that come up, and I just happened to be in the area. And he was like, he's like, man, but, every time I see you and your kids do this or do that, or every time I call you and you be like, oh, man, I'm on vacation with the kids. He's like, man, I always feel like I'm slacking with my kids. And I'm like, dang, we both looking at each other like, we inspired by each other, but we both thinking the other person's doing more or having a better situation. And, it's just perception. A lot of times it's just purely perception. And, I try my best to take, and think about that, and so like lately what I've been doing too is I stopped like posting a lot about what I do with my kids. Not because I don't want to seem like I'm not showing off or don't want to, but also thinking about the perception, in terms of what other people may think or may want to pull out of that, and, be good, bad, or indifferent. It's like I felt like I don't have to put on display what I do for people to know that I'm a good father. But then also, I don't want my kids to think that everything you do has got to be a big display or got to be a big production. You know what I mean? Be in the moment. Enjoy the life you're living at that moment versus feeling like you got to show everybody on social media, look what I'm doing now. Look what I'm doing now. So I've been, kind of, and I don't like put it out there to them, hard, but I do make them recognize, like, look, put your phones down, do this, do that, enjoy what we're doing, you know what I mean? And they've noticed, it was always funny because as soon as a nice looking plate come out, they know I used to love taking pictures of my food, that kind of stuff, and post it on Instagram or post it on Facebook or whatever. And one day my daughter was like, "You're not gonna take a picture of that?" And I was like, "No." She was like, "Dang, I noticed you won't be taking pictures of your food all the time no more." I was like, "Cause I'm trying to enjoy my food, I'm trying to enjoy this moment with y'all, I'm trying to, just be in this moment, you know what I mean?" And it's, I think it's starting to rub off on them a little bit more. They're not really into a lot of social media already, mainly because I had to, cut a lot of that out for them. But the little bit they are involved in, they've recognized that sometimes you just have to do it in spurts. You know what I mean? Do it when it does mean something to the rest of the world. Other than that, just enjoy the moment that you're in. You know what I mean? So, and that's what I'm trying to teach them now. A lot of people have been mentioning that to me too. Is like, hey, you're not on social media as much as you used to be, and it's like, yeah, it's I don't need that the feedback from the rest of the world to know where my life is going or how I'm doing today. I got enough confidence in myself and my family and my friends to know what I'm doing, and that's not what's important at the moment. You know, what's important is, you know, me enjoying some time with my kids, me enjoying time with my fiance, me enjoying time with my mom, whatever the case may be. You know, that's what my focus is on at that moment. You know, I still post it occasionally. I think I just posted something the other day, but it's just, you know, I just make sure that it's, you know, it's either timely or it's, you know, maybe I'm bored, you know, like that's what happened the other day. I was sitting there bored. I was waiting on my buddy to come hang out with me, and I had nothing else better to do. So I was like, oh, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and post this. You know, I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of this and post it. You know, it shouldn't be driving you. Social media should not have to drive you and make you do things and make you feel like you got to, you know, show it to the world. You should be driving it, and you should be, you know, making it a more of the interaction. You know, you pushing that interaction, not it driving you.
Mm-hmm. And I also, it's like how people raise. Like I said, I don't know about y'all, but like my mom got hella photo albums back in the day. So my mom, like, before all this social media and stuff, you know, like I agree with you wholeheartedly, Willie. Everything, I always say everything ain't for everybody. So, you know, like I post me and my daughter, but I don't post everything. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Like I keep some stuff just for me and her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah,
so
I got plenty of pictures. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Just for me. Yup. You already know how it go. So it's like, I know one of my boys, he don't post none at all, but I know he got, you know, and he with his fiance, but he got pictures just with him and his twins and his son, just for him. You know what I mean? That he don't even share with her. You understand? But and he don't post nothing on social media. See, but with me, it's like, all right, you feel me? I don't mind posting certain things on social media. Sometimes I post stuff when I mess up, or me and her mess up, or whatever, or just silly stuff. But I come from where my mom was always taking pictures. You feel me? So it don't really, you know what I mean? I look at things different. You understand? Than the way he would. You know what I mean? So, and then I always tell people, it's like priorities and values. Like, y'all know I don't celebrate Christmas, right?
Right.
You feel me? Everybody know I could care less if anybody mentioned Christmas or, you know, anything ever again in life. Right. You know, but Sonny, correct me if I'm wrong, loves Christmas. That's something she loves to do.
Right.
You feel me? So I know.
Yes, I do. I do.
Yep. So, like, say she posts pictures. When she posts pictures, you see, I'm the type of friend I can support that, but really not. Like, it doesn't affect me. I don't care.
You're involved in it yourself. Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I could just support her doing that. To where other people who celebrate Christmas and they start posting pictures, now they competing against each other. I'm not saying Sonny doing it, but I guarantee you, Sonny, when you post your Christmas pictures with your family, somebody else are posting pictures just to really compete with you and trying to outdo you. You feel me? See, that's something I don't have to deal with. Right. You feel me? Like, because it means nothing to me. You know what I mean? So it's like certain situations and priorities and facts. So I know when I post pictures of me and my daughter, I know somebody else going to immediately post pictures or looking at that or want to post pictures. Oh, I'm doing this too with mine. You know what I mean? And for me, it's like, bro, sis, it's not even about that. For me, you know what I mean? I'm glad you doing what you do with yours and having fun. Y'all could be doing amazing things. You feel me? This is for me and mine. You feel me?
I mean, and that right there shows you that some people it'll make them either feel bad if they feel like they're not doing as well as you are in those situations and those holidays. You know, kids get jealous of other kids and what they're getting, you know, because they're seeing it in these pictures, they're seeing it in these videos and that kind of thing. You know, I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it was either my grandson or my other my nephew. Saw something in a picture and just was like, oh, you know, I gotta have that. And it's like, why do you think you have to have that? Like, you don't really need that. It was one of those hoverboard things, and I'm like, you don't really need to have that. Like, that's not gonna change your life. You know, you gotta think about, you know, priorities, safety, or whatever the case may be. You know, think about that before you feel like you gotta absolutely have something just because you see a bunch of other kids have it. You know, it doesn't mean that you have to. You know, the you know, and the impact that has on a kid sometimes. You know, I mean, I know when I was growing up, you know, from where I came from,
too.
you know, we you know, right, you know, we grew up in a sense of jealousy or envy because we didn't have a lot and we didn't, you know, or we grew up where, you know, things were scarce, you know, so seeing somebody else have something was like, man, you know, I really want that, or I really, you know, wish my parents could get that for me, but we knew that either our parents couldn't afford it or, you know, there was other priorities that need to be taken care of and that kind of thing. And I think that, you know, social media is just another return of that, you know, especially in a day and age when people are, like you said, trying to compete to outdo somebody else. You know, it's like, oh, I know you did this for your kid, I'm going to do this for my kid, you know. The thing that sealed the deal for me was seeing when they were talking about how there's so many middle class or lower middle class or even in poverty parents that are doing these huge, you know, hundreds and thousands of dollar celebrations for their kids' graduations from high school. And, you know, I noticed people were getting bigger and bigger with the high school graduation. And, I mean, I even did something big for one of my daughters. You know, my middle daughter, you know, we had this big party for her. You know, I kind of looked at it as just more for her open house so she was going to college. But, you know, I was thinking like, man, that was something I didn't do for my oldest kids, you know, and it's also something that people go even further, you know. I mean, for her party, I just bought a big bouncer, so, you know, I thought that was a big deal. But, you know, to see that people are getting their kids cars and $500 shoes, I'm like, I would absolutely never do something like that. And still haven't, and definitely won't. You know, my daughter and my son, they had a party for their little after-school thing, and my daughter was like, oh, you know, I want to get a bouncer. And, you know, when she said it, at first I was thinking she was thinking like her sister had. And I'm like, nah, you know, I'm not about to get nothing like that. She's like, oh, no, you know, I just wanted just a regular bouncer. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know, because I'm like, bro, like, you know, you not graduated from that. This is just a regular little summer party for you and your little friends. And you know, but, you know, I was happy to hear her say, no, you know, she just thought it would be a good idea, something like that. But it was just like, you know, seeing people's celebrations getting bigger. One of the people I follow on Facebook, I mean, their kid had like these $1,000 shoes and the car that I don't know if they rented it or they had to borrow it from somebody or something, because I had never seen a car like this at a rental car place. So I'm like, I don't know where they got that car from, but I mean, just for a graduation from high school or prom or whatever it was. And I'm like, man, that's just crazy. But, you know, it's all in this image and this perception and people trying to outdo the next person or outdo what somebody else did and that kind of thing. And then it hit me like the same person every year they or not every year, but every, you know, kid that they've had, you know, it's been like a progression, you know what I mean? And it's like you trying to outdo yourself, you know, and it's like, man, you got to watch that, you know what I mean? Because you might be competing with yourself, like, oh, I know I did this for the oldest, and so the next will come up, I got to do something bigger, and it's like, no, you don't have to, you know, you really don't, you know, it's all about what's important right now, you know, and is this really that important, or is this really that big a deal, or is this really that situation that you need to, you know, go broke on? You know, I mean, I wasn't going broke, but I felt like, you know, I definitely don't need to start this whole process of trying to outdo myself. So I'm definitely going to watch that, and you know, seeing that video or that article about that was like, man, it's an eye opener. And I think people have to recognize that, you know, sometimes we do have to watch how we're affecting our kids, because we might be putting the wrong ideas in our kids' heads, you know what I mean, about what they should do, you know, and the perception that they're leaving with their friends or the other people around them.
That word right there, that's crazy. That you just used that word perception, because that's exactly what I was about to speak on. You know, perception, people out there, and this is one thing I want, perception is not reality.
Give out the number, Clint. Give out the number.
Oh, the number, if y'all want to call in, is 657-383-1155. That's 657-383-1155. Please call in and join the conversation. We love to hear your opinions and thoughts. You feel me? There are no wrong opinions. There are no wrong thoughts. That, you know what I mean? We're here to learn and have a discussion with each other. Now, perception is not reality. You feel me? All perception is what you see and how you view things. But what you see and how you view things is not always what it is. You feel me? The eyes do lie, people. The eyes do lie. For example, y'all follow me on IG. So like end of June, you feel me? I had posted a video of me doing like a backflip in the park, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if people know me when I was younger, that's one of the main things I used to always do is flip. You feel me? I was in this show, this NDI show called it's National Dance Institute. They used to come to junior high. Yeah, and people from like the Alvin Ailey, they used to teach us dance moves. We put on the show. You feel me? I was one of the people that had flip across the stage and all that. You feel me? Like that's what I did. You understand? So fast forward to me, 35 out 30. We turned 36 this year. Y'all all know. If y'all listen to this show, you feel me? I have my health issues. You know what I mean? That I've been going through. You feel me? I was in the hospital for a couple of weeks to start this year off. You know what I mean? Real bad. So the fact for me to be able to, you know what I mean, to do that, right, was like such a huge thing for me personally. You understand? For me personally, it's like, wow, just to be able to do that. Now, in my head, when I post it, if you look at the video, when I get up and I walk off, I'm walking a little sideways, and like, I'm like, you feel me? Like, yeah, I did it, but that's nothing like what I used to do. I literally said that. You can't hear it because it's a little inaudible. You know what I mean, in the video, but I literally said that. It's like, you feel me? I did it, but I was still so happy that I was able to do it. My brother, younger brother, he was psyched. You know what I mean? Because he can't do it. He never did backflips. You feel me? So in his mind, he looking at my old ass like, wow. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're not old because you're old. I'm definitely old. And I ain't old.
Oh, you know what I mean? But shoot, he's 17. You feel me? He don't. He, you know what I mean? So he was like, wow. And then in the comments, which is why I say perception. People was like, yeah, Clint, yeah. You feel me? They psyched and amazed, and in their mind, they probably think, oh, he's good. He not dealing with, you know what I mean? He able to go out there and do a backflip. You feel me? He's feeling good. Like, nah. You feel me? Like, they don't know my back was hurting for a couple of days after that. My side was hurting right after I did that. You feel me? You know what I mean? And then, like I said, it really, by my standards, wasn't even a good flip. I was just so happy I can still, you know what I mean? My body was still able to do it. And, Sonny, we got a mutual friend, Bilal. I call him Sinatra. You know,
yeah,
Bilal.
that's my bestest.
And he commented, because he know me. We grew up together. He seen me flip. He used to flip. He seen me. You know what I mean? He commented because he knew. He was like, that was a little low, Clint. You know what I mean? But you got over. You know what I mean? I respect it. You know what I mean? Because he knew. You know what I mean? Then my other boy, and my other boy, Finn, he commented because he used to flip just like me. We used to always flip. He's like, bro, you barely got over, bro. You know what I mean? These the people that know me and know what I used to do. You know what I mean? So they keep it, we keep it 100 with each other. You know what I mean? But the other people, it's a big thing. That's why I say perception is not always reality. Because in my mind, I was just showing that I was trying to prove to myself, and I was just showing my little bro at the same time. Like, you feel me? you can come back. You feel me? You know what I mean? You may not be what you was. You know what I mean? I'll never be able to flip like I used to flip. But, you know, I still got some type of modicum, some type of, you know what I mean? It made me feel good. You feel me? That wasn't even for everybody, really. That made me feel good. And then I posted a video a few weeks ago with me and Kyle at a big park in my city, teaching my daughter how to do flips. You feel me?
Right.
And I was teaching, and I didn't record the flips that she did well, or even the flips I did well. You feel me? I recorded the where we failed or we ain't really get over, and I put under it, you know what I mean, teaching my daughter, you know what I mean, failure is a part of the process.
Right.
You know what I mean? Failure is part of the process. You feel me? But, you know, other people will still comment like, yo, that's dope. You can still do it, you know what I mean? To me, I mean, that wasn't my point of posting the video. So I'll be trying to tell people, like, when y'all watch these videos and y'all come to these conclusions, that may not even be the point of that person posting that video. You know what I mean? So you may be judging a person harshly, and they may have a whole different intent on the video. They may be posting it really to motivate you.
Right, yeah.
You feel me? But you too busy in your feelings and trying to judge and trying to think that you know what's going on that you can't see. You're blinded.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why I tell people perception is not reality. Stop thinking or stop putting stuff on people, even if you're right. Because sometimes you may be right, but you don't really know you're right if you haven't talked to that person. You feel me? You know what I mean? Yeah. So sometimes it's just keep it to yourself until you really know. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because you may be dead wrong.
That can be affecting people's self-esteem too. You know, on social media is the reactions, the negative reactions that they get when they're not really looking for critique, or they're not really looking for, or they're trying to just show their true self. You know. I mean, like Sonny was saying earlier, you know, she's like, hey, I'm trying to show myself in the true light. You know, she don't need nobody coming in to tell her that. You know, like, hey, you don't look as good as you usually do, or you don't do this, or you don't have that going on. You know, it's like, you know, she's just trying to show her real self, and that's it. You know, and you know, definitely we have to think more about being more, you know, just being supportive. You know, and even if it's supportive in a critique, you know what I mean? Like you said, your boy told you, Clint, you know, hey, that was a little low, you know. He did it out of love, you know. He did it out of understanding that, you know, you may not have been at your best, but you know, he's just letting you know where you gotta improve, you know. So I think you know it's you know it's a little back and forth thing, but it's definitely something
it's healthy criticism.
We do have to think about. Yeah, we definitely do have to think about that too. You know.
I think that kind of segues into the cyberbullying, because you look at when people say, like, I'm in this group on Facebook. It's a group with, you know, single. It's supposed to be a group for singles, and even like cyberbullying, I think people more geared it towards younger kids, but I think it happens to adults too. Matter of fact, just this week, in this group, and even before, so this guy, he was a plus size guy, posted a picture of himself wearing a nice pink little linen outfit. It looked cute. He looked like he put the outfit together. He took time, thought about what he's wearing, and it was really nice. It was really nicely put together. He posted it, you know, and all hell broke loose. And it was like, I don't usually get alerts from that group, but I got that alert that day. And I don't know what it was, but that post, they were like talking about him, like just coming at his neck. And I posted, I think somebody said something that I knew. That's why I got the alert. And I just would say, y'all mad, disrespectful. Here's this guy putting himself out there. If you don't like it, just scroll. It's a singles group. If he's not your type, just scroll by. There's no need for you to go on here. Like, I'm talking 1,000+ comments attacking this person for what? Like, we are grown-ass adults. If you don't like something, you can just scroll by. There's no need to go on the vicious attack of somebody. And then, like, thankfully, he had a high self-esteem, but had that been somebody with low self-esteem, you'd have broke them.
Right.
Like, you have to be mindful of your words, and I think, and then it's that mob mentality. So if you go into a comment section and somebody's coming at somebody, then it's like, oh, let's all join in. Like, I don't like that. I don't like if I piss you off and I post something, you comment to me. I don't need you to go tag all your friends and then y'all all coming down on me, because that's the form of cyberbullying. You can tell me that you don't like something, but there's no need to get 7 people to come on the status and just attack me and assassinate my character, or that's, stuff like that, just to get your point across. Like, we're at this, cyberbullying is very serious. People, like, and I said this earlier, people suffer from depression. You don't know what people are going through. Maybe he felt good that day. Maybe he felt, he put that outfit on, he went out that night, and he felt great. He looked great. He might not have been as attractive as somebody that might have wanted him to be attractive in their eyes, but to other people he may have been attractive. And for you to just go, and I'm talking about, it's the savagery of 1,000+ comments, just assassinating just attacking somebody, and then you have people that don't even know this person from a can of paint trying to defend them, because it's not that serious. I think people need to get away from that. Like, you don't have to like I think Willie or you couldn't said it, that you don't have to like what people post. You can scroll by it. If you don't like somebody and they post some shit and it irritates your soul, unfollow them, unfollow them, unfriend them. Don't be on their friends just to attack them. Every day I go on Facebook, it could be like a trend going on. People are enjoying themselves, and it's one negative Nelly that's on there just angry. For what? Why are you mad? Why are you mad about what people are doing on social media? If you don't like it, get off of social media. Because every time a trend goes around, the majority follows it. So if you get irritated that easy, guess what? You don't need to be on social media. Because obviously you have self-esteem issues because you're not doing it on the fun. You're sad. You're having a bad day, which sucks for you, but you don't got to bring everybody else down.
Yeah. Let me tell you, let me tell you how ignorant I was, and I'm gonna tell you how ignorant I still am. And I use the word ignorant as in this full definition as not knowing. You feel me? Being unaware of cyberbullying. Because even at this moment, while you saying that, you feel me? It's still a side of me that be like, man, just log off. You feel me? Like, just log off. You don't gotta see the damn comments. The comments, you could post something and never see it. That's still a part of it. I'm not gonna lie. That's still I'm gonna always still feel that way as far as cyberbullying go. It's like, it's not like going to school where you really physically have to be, or going to work, or going outside where you physically got to see somebody every day. You feel me? You could literally log off or block that person or block all those people. You know what I mean? But, and this is a huge but, and this just happened to, how I know cyberbullying is real as well. I don't know if y'all seen this video. It's a boy, white boy. He had no arms. You know what I mean? And he was like in the gym with other people without limbs. See, when you first look at the video, you really don't notice that everybody in the video, even the woman that's motivating him to jump on the thing, and a couple others, they have no legs. One has no arm. You really don't notice that at first.
I saw that.
Yeah, because you're so focused on the boy. Now, I've seen this on Twitter. You know what I mean? I'm sitting and I'm watching him, and when he finally jumped on the, jumped on the box and hopped off, you seen him break down, and I cried. You feel me? I was sitting in my room, start shedding tears because when you overcoming the fear or accomplish something that you never thought you can do, you know what I mean, or when you face with these disabilities and then you're able to overcome a barrier, that's big for people. You know what I mean? Like, that's huge. Like, people don't understand. Like, that's huge. You know what I mean? So I was so happy for him. You know what I mean? Because, I've been there in my life on plenty of occasions and stuff like that, and I don't have those type of disabilities he has. You know what I mean? So I was so happy. Then I started reading the comments. And the comments was vicious, man. Like, the comments made me even, like, I shed tears for happiness. It didn't make me mad. It made me sad. You feel me? You feel me? Mad. It couldn't make me mad. It just made me sad because, like I said, it's still a part of me that don't you know what I mean, like the cyberbullying really is like you can log off. So it's like I can't get mad, but I can get sad at the human condition about how vicious people are. You feel me? How insensitive and heartless people are. You know what I mean? Like some of those comments under there was like, yo, like what if your child, something happened to your child or to you tomorrow within the next hour? Because it can. You could be living your best life and encounter your worst fears within minutes. You feel me? That's life. Like don't ever get it fucked up. You know what I mean? Don't ever get it fucked up. You are not, as much as we like to control things, we are in control of nothing.
Exactly.
Out here. We are in control of nothing. You know what I mean? We are not control. We cannot control outside stuff that anything from the outside can invade and hurt you and harm you and disable you at any moment. Any moment. Any one of us. It can affect our kids at any moment. And to be this vicious to this boy. This boy ain't actually even, you know what I mean? Like why? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to repeat some of the things. You know what I mean? And you talking to somebody like, Sonny, you know me, I got a cruel sense of humor. You know what I mean? Like Willie said, sometimes Willie said before about him, like he could find the funny things even in the worst situations. You feel me? Me too. You feel me? Like I remember the worst day of my life when my grandma died. You know, I laughed at the funeral because something funny happened. But that's still like one of the worst days of my life. Like I can find humor at some point in anything. You feel me?
Yeah.
And even reading them comments, I probably could have found some humor in it. But it just wasn't the time for me. It wasn't the moment. And it's like, so when you talk about cyberbullying, like that was one instance, like, man, I hope you don't ever read none of these comments. Like, I really don't hope you ever read any of those comments because they were highly, not just insensitive, it was like disrespectful to it. You know what I mean? They were low. They were beneath a lot of those people. Right. You know what I mean? And then a lot of them follow it up with like, oh, well, we know we going to hell. You know what I mean? Or here's like, come on, like, why even joke like that? You know what I mean? You don't really care.
Yeah.
You don't really care. You know what I mean? And God forbid something like that was to happen to you or to one of your kids. How you gonna feel then? You gonna be that same person making all them jokes, be ready to kill somebody. Literally. If they say anything disrespectful to theirs. You understand? So it's like,
it's that,
you know what I mean?
It's
like,
that mentality of it doesn't affect me, so I don't care about it.
But it also gives people this false sense of, social media give people this false sense of security that they can say anything with no repercussions because they know they'll never meet these people in person, never see these people in person. But one time, you may just randomly run into somebody that you have disrespected highly on social media, and you know that person may be a bigger person and not say nothing, or that person may be somebody like me and be like, excuse me, excuse me, boss, excuse me, sis. You know what I mean? Like, what was that you were saying? You feel me? You disrespect my son how? You disrespect my daughter in which way? Do it now.
Oh, you already know I'm coming
and you may be and you feel me? You may be brave enough to do it. You feel me? And I hope you are, because that's the energy I'm coming with. I want you to have that same energy. You feel me? So I fully understand. You know what I mean? That's why I said I was ignorant to it. You know, it's still a part of me. Like I said, I still got to be honest. It's still a part of me that just say log off. You know what I mean?
But at the same time, I feel like that. Like I get what you're saying. They could just log off. At the end of the day, you shouldn't have to do that to get peace. You should be able to do whatever you're doing, and people not be in that. Like I said, it's not even that. You can tell somebody you don't like them. You can tell. You can have a back and forth or say negative shit about people. That's not what I'm. You can do that all day. But you know how social media is. They get that mob mentality. They bring the whole crew, or they bring other people out. You saw that with one of our posts about being single. It went from what do you consider being single to a whole racial war. Like people just like it started off with one commenter that went left, and then everybody else went right behind it, and it's that back and forth.
But you know why I say
it's
that?
Unnecessary.
You know why I say that, Sonny?
Huh?
You know why I say that? Only reason why I say that is because I guess we come from an era where there was, before social media wasn't even, you know what I mean? There was no social media. So in my mind, like, this not even necessary, really.
Right.
You feel me? Like Facebook, Snapchat. No, I'm not even on Facebook no more. You feel me? I'm about to delete my IG. Only reason why I really still keep a couple of these platforms is because of this show. I'm gonna keep it at 100. You feel me? Because I'm from the era. We all from the era to where this shit don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's true.
This is nothing. Now, of course, I done met some dope people off of it. Willie being one of them. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, we've met dope people, you know what I mean? It has its pluses, but at the end of the day, trust and believe, like, you feel me? All this shit could get shut down tomorrow.
Yeah.
Guess what? I might be frantic for like 30 minutes. Oh, man, oh well.
Right?
like literally.
Well. I think Willie said it. I think Willie said it too. Like, so when I go to, like, when I have functions or I go to functions, my friends, I'm like, and it's funny because I laugh at it. Like, I can go out to a function. Some functions, if I'm bored enough, I'll take pictures. But if I'm having a good time, I'm not gonna have any pictures. I may be in a lot of pictures, but I'm not taking them because I'm busy enjoying the fucking moment. And that's one thing I don't like. When you go to these, like, you know, your kids' events or you go to, like, different things, you're so busy holding up the phone that you're actually missing what's happening. Or you're so busy trying to take pictures with everybody to make sure that you're seen by everybody that you forget to have fun. You just was there taking pictures with people. Like, I think that's one thing that we can take away from social media is to actually take a step back, put our phones down, and just enjoy ourselves. Like, I had a housewarming party. I had my housewarming people were upset that I didn't take pictures and do the gift thing and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I was too busy having fun. Like, I wasn't worried about taking pictures. I wasn't worried about who got what. I was just having fun, period. Like, and it's like, oh, you didn't take no pictures? No, I was having fun. But I think people get so caught up in taking pictures and capturing these quote-unquote moments, and they're actually missing the moment. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Hey, but see, and I wholeheartedly agree with y'all, both of y'all, when y'all say that. But with me, I'm still want to capture those moments without social media. I'm still want to capture those moments. Like I said, I come from that era. My mom had the camcorder. My mom had the Polaroid. So it's like
the photo album,
in the moments.
That was dope, but like
feel me? I'm still going to try.
And now it's people always on their phone at the event the entire time. You're not necessarily enjoying yourself. I'm sure you take video and stuff like that, but at the same time, you're actually enjoying your moments with your child and your family. You're not just glued to your phone, stuck with it, and can't actually enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference.
Yeah. I like I'm saying, I agree with you, but with me, see, what I'm saying is that's how I would enjoy it. That's me enjoying it. I'm recording. You know what I mean? I love recording. Like I said, I got so many recordings. Like some of us, you know, like I wholeheartedly agree with you. Some people record because you're speaking to the people who record for other people and want to show. But it is us who, like, you know what I mean? Like I said, I get it from my mom to where, you know, we want to record these moments. We want to capture these moments. So that's us enjoying the moment. You feel me? Like, that's our position. That's our part in the moment. You understand? Like, that's my part. I'm playing my part in the moment, and me playing my part in the moment. All right, I know you got this. I know you got. I got this.
The way I look at it is like when, let's say you're you know, out with your kid, right? Like in my situation, I got a son and he likes to play basketball, and let's say instead of, you know, throwing the ball around with him or shooting hoops with him or whatever the case may be, I'm just taking pictures and posting them. You know what I mean?
I
never
that's the
really
problem.
get, I'm good. I'm good and healthy enough to get out there and dribble the ball around with them, throw a couple passes to them, that kind of thing. And instead of that, I'm out there just taking flicks. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of like when you're not really in the moment. You know what I mean? Or you go to a concert and instead of enjoying the concert, you doing Facebook Live and you know what I mean? That kind of thing. I think that's exactly. I think that's kind of more of it. When you're not really enjoying the moment or you're not really in the moment. Or you're supposed to be having a conversation with somebody. It's just you and them and y'all having dinner. But you too busy. Taking selfies. And, you know what I mean? I think of it more like that. I mean, like you said, Clint. I think we definitely know we're from a time where it's cool to take some pictures to get that those capture those memories, that kind of thing. But it's also about interacting with the family and interacting with the situation. I mean, if it's not, if let's say you're not really involved, like my sons. They were playing a basketball game the other day with some of their friends. Of course, I'm not going to jump in the game and try to play because they're playing already or they're enjoying time with their friends. But, I'm going to grab some pictures of that, see it, and if I post something great, if I don't, even better. I'm just going, I just want to have that memory of us, maybe we having a barbecue or maybe we just got a bunch of friends over, for drinks or whatever. And, they out there having a good time, that kind of thing. So, that's something that that's actually, like you said, that'll be in the moment for me. Is being able to capture that moment, because I'm not really directly involved in that moment with them, but I want to capture that moment for us as a family to be able to say, oh, you know what, we had friends over, we did this and we did that, and look at this funny thing that happened, that kind of thing. So I think it's it's different situations, require different methods of being in the moment, and so so we just got to recognize what's the appropriate way of being in the moment with our family and friends at that point.
Facts. We ain't even announced that we're in our after show.
Right. So we had the conversation. We forgot about. We just having a real good conversation. That's why.
Yeah. Dope conversation. Since we're in our after show, go ahead, Sonny. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to flip the script on y'all and ask the question.
Go ahead.
For the after show, I just got to remember what the fuck the question was. I know what it was. So my friend Zamia, I know Clint, you know her too. It's completely off topic. We was on an after show, so I just want to go real left with it. So I want to ask y'all because she posted on her Facebook, and we laughed at a bunch of us commented, and we had a whole conversation about it. If you are angry with someone that you're either dating, right, or talk to somebody you were talking to at one point in time, and y'all trying to get back cool, if they give you head, is that apology accepted?
Hold on, let me try to get this straight.
No.
Hold on, wait. What?
They fucked up. They do something messed up to you. They offer or give you oral sex. Does that fix the situation? Like they give you not the mediocre oral sex. Talking about the best shit of your life. I ain't talking about the mediocre, the standard issue oral sex. I'm talking about the platinum status VIP role.
Hell no.
No, I mean, it doesn't fix whatever the argument was about or whatever the situation was about. I mean, I've been in situations where I either broke up with a chick or we might have been in a situationship, and then it was like we don't really want to deal with each other on that level. But if head was involved, it probably would be accepted, but it's not like I still want to be with them or nothing. That wouldn't change that, or it wouldn't be like, oh my God, this changes my viewpoint of them. No, it would just be that, it wouldn't be effectively
my reply was
solving any issues. Good attempt, but no.
So let me Oh yeah, we're gonna do. Let me tell you something. Anybody know me? Listen. I love performing the act on the women because I just love it. I love watching the squirm. I love watching the body turn. I love watch her ride and enjoy. You feel me? And you feel me? Sometimes it ain't even for her. It's for me. So like I do it and be all right, fuck you afterwards. Like I don't give a fuck about you. But you feel me? Like so, and it's the reverse, and it's the same thing. If she's doing it to me, I enjoy receiving it as well. But change behavior is the only thing that is accepted. I don't care about no apologies. Apologies mean nothing to me no more. You feel me? Only change behavior. So with me, if a person thinks doing that is a form of fixing the situation, well then they totally got me fucked up and really don't know me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because I could compartmentalize well with the best of them. You feel me? Like I'm a stone cold freak, but that ain't got shit to do with. You feel me? If you did something wrong, you feel me? You still got to fix what you did wrong. You know what I mean? To think, that's why I said, you feel me? To think that sex is the answer to everything is highly immature.
That's the viewpoint. That's the viewpoint on life. That's
like that's highly immature. You feel me? Like sex don't.
All right, so let me
sex don't fix.
so let me take my immature ass and let me say my response. Cause y'all know I ain't shit. So here was my initial reply. That is a talking point. Like you can do that. Okay, so now I might talk to you. Like you piss me off, give me some good head. I may have a conversation with you. You want to talk? You want 15 minutes? I got you. Now that you've done that, we got 15 minutes to have a conversation. If you do that in combination with blowing in my ass, you might be forgiven, depending on the discretion that would happen. So it depends on what it is. Because if you do that and blow my ass, bitch, you all has forgiven depending on what it is. So that was that stipulation. So
I know you stepped on my good shoes, but we're gonna overlook that.
Blow my ass, all is forgiven, because that's the challenge. So you do that too. Oh, all is well in the house of Sunny.
If it's something minor, if it's something minor and or okay, I guess now.
That's why I said that depending on what it is.
Something you just mentioned, I think, kind of brings up a point is that if you felt like you couldn't talk to that person until they made a grand gesture, that as a grand gesture,
a grand gesture.
It's probably I think I said because my thing is I'm not gonna let you do that unless I can talk to you, right? I'm probably at least have that conversation, So yeah, I guess you're right. It would be from that point of view. I'm not gonna be like it's not gonna be like radio silence. I'm gonna have to have this discussion with you. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of words spoken, but it'll be enough to get the job done. But I guess.
Yeah, but I'm just saying from my standpoint, that's how I'm coming, depending on what the discretion is.
Right.
I'm being what Clint says, childish. I'm being childish, and I'm just being honest. That's my whole perspective. If it's some
you're not being
extra
childish.
bullshit,
I'm not
that's
saying
not gonna help it.
I guess it's like you said. Yeah, that's my point. That's my point. If it's if it's like a real issue, then obviously sex is not gonna fix it. I've been in that situation to where it was a real issue, and shorty thought, all right, sex and this break down, give me some head, like. You feel me? That's some TV shit. That's some shit you done heard somebody say on TV you thought was going to work.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Right.
Like, nah. You feel me? You know damn well I ain't about to turn that down. You feel me? You know me. Like, I ain't about to like, the fuck.
Who turns that down? What you going to do? What? Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, go ahead. You feel me? And then if you allow me to do it, knowing that I enjoy it to you, doing it to you, like, you feel me? I'm not really apologizing. I'm really just doing, oh, she let me, okay, is this all I got to do? Well, it's just a fun time for me. You feel me? I'm just enjoying myself.
I even got a really good example or a good situation for that too. Is I was watching. I don't know if you guys ever see the videos by Ken Edwin. He does the ICU videos and what is it? The This Is Why You Don't Have a Man videos. They're comedies. He's not really critiquing people on why they don't have a man, but it's there's a bunch of skits where him and his girlfriend or him and his fiance are having conversations with their friends or with one of her friends about different things. One of them was actually one of the series about the why you don't have a man. So his fiance was trying to get her best friend or one of her best friends to start to have a what they call the hot girl summer. And so he's listening to this conversation that they're having. So, he makes some huffs and puffs. And she's like, you don't agree? And he started telling her friend, like, no, don't be a hoe out here. You got a man out here trying to impress you. Why don't you work with him? Let him know how you feel, communicate, all this kind of stuff. He was giving her relationship advice. His fiance was giving her hoe advice. So, his fiance was like, look, you talking too much. Let me handle my friend. Let me do this. And so they were going back and forth, right? And I think in a situation like that, when you're like having just a disagreement on how to handle a situation, or you're having a disagreement on a viewpoint that's maybe affecting somebody else, then, at the end of your disagreement, you can agree to disagree over some head. I think that's okay. I think that's a good time to agree to disagree over some head, or maybe a political stance.
Exactly.
There's 48 Democrats out there running for president right now. We may not all agree on the right Democrat to choose. So, that's a good time to agree to disagree over some head. Like I might like Bernie Sanders, and my fiance might like Cory, what's his face? And we're gonna agree to disagree over some head. No. Cory Booker, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So, I got it like that. I think that's okay. Yeah, I think that's just fine. So there's a time and a place for head to alleviate the pressures and the tensions of an argument. That's definitely for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, we about this, so we got 3 whole minutes before she starts yelling at us.
Yeah. And then real quick, it's like makeup sex. You feel me?
Oh, that's beautiful.
The sex. Yeah, the sex didn't make us make up.
I'm sorry.
We made up. You feel me? We made up, and then we had sex. You feel me? Like the sex ain't gonna make us make up. You feel me?
Right.
We made. You feel me?
Did you say buddy help?
Yeah. I mean, you can say it like.
Let me just say this before you go on. So this is why I say it depends. So if you mad at somebody, right, and y'all have angry, I'm still mad at you, but I want some. That motherfucker gonna go ham. Either or. If the girl is if you mad at the girl, she gonna perform like a fucking porn star. The guy's gonna act like he been in like 7,000 porns and just make it happen. Make all your wildest dreams come happen because he's trying to fix what's been wrong. So yes, I think the sex comes before the apology, because in the middle of the sex, you're like, baby, I'm sorry, I love you, whatever. Remember, I fucked up, I love you, I apologize. During.
But see, that's the game.
Because if you
but
go
that's
ham,
game.
yes, that's the best way to apologize.
Yeah, but that's game. Listen to what I'm telling you. Like, that's game.
Now, I get
if all I gotta
do,
if all I gotta do is make you come for it to be, you know what I mean, over.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, all right. That's okay. Got you. I bet I can make you come. Oh, she like me to blow on her ass? Oh, I got that.
No, not physically blowing somebody's ass.
Just blow her ass on the radio. I just physically blow her ass on the show. Where's the
you feel me? I'm saying though, Willie. I'm just saying though. That's all I gotta do.
Hold on, but he
That's all I gotta do.
He like, this, I got the blue. You don't mean that type of blow.
You feel me? Never go do the same shit I was already doing. I already know what it is. Hit me up on hit me up on my blog, kingstruth.com. I post some more poetry there. Snapchat, King's Truth, and IG, King's Truth 609.
This is your boy Willie Styles. Get at me at Willie Styles everywhere. Willie.Styles on Snapchat, and I will not be blowing on any ass on Snapchat. So come visit me there. It's cool. I'll let you do it.
And of course, it's your girl Sunny. I am Sunny _D, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. Check me on my